I think one of the more shocking things about my book Iron Blood is this scene where Ake's forced to fight, the main character. She's forced to fight, and she has this ability, because she's a demigoddess, that as she fights, she becomes stronger and stronger. But there's a kickback to it. So not only does she get stronger, but it physically starts to hurt her. So she becomes iron strong, hence the title. But then she's kind of injured out of it. She's not okay. So while she's viewed as this like invincible, strong, warrior woman who's been a rogue, kind of Robin Hood character for the people of the valley that she oversees, she is incredibly delicate. Just nobody takes the time to understand like what it's like to be in her body and the pain that she experiences. Everyone sees her as this invincible, heroic, unstoppable woman, when really she is very much like a delicate flower. And after she's forced to do some performative fighting, she's taken back to her cell because she's being held captive in this fortress. She's taken back to her cell, and the bad guy's son is, there's a reason why it's enemies to lovers, is watching her, and he's like, oh, you're not the same person I've chased around the countryside trying to get you here for this moment. You're not okay. And he sends for the castle doctor. He comes and he cuts Ake's arm and allows blood to flow out. Let's see if this video gets flagged for me just saying that. But he does this. And if you've ever watched certain time period movies or documentaries, you know, like that take place in like Edwardian times or what have you, where you see that being done for like diseases, illnesses. I know it's featured in Sense and Sensibility, where one of the sisters gets sick, and that's what the doctor does, because, you know, like leeches, you know, that whole thing where you're putting on the leeches or you do the bloodletting, and that's supposed to get rid of the disease or what have you, the illness. Well, for Ake, it's a source for her to have that pain that's been built up in her body released. And the surprising feature of that is, for somebody with hemochromatosis like me, that was actually a good thing. Because what happens is iron builds up in her body because her body has a mutation that does not allow it to dispel naturally. And so it does physically build up. You're literally rusting from the inside out. And this is, again, Ake kind of goes into this a little bit along with the doctor, because he's aware of her condition. And this is something that through modern day blood donations help people with hemochromatosis, with too much iron. Some people view people with hemochromatosis as super donors because they have to give regularly. The only unfortunate thing is here in the United States, you need a prescription to give frequently, whereas other countries, that's not necessarily the case. And so trying to get a doctor to listen to you, to help you, to write that prescription, to do all the things that you need to do in order to manage something that is almost unheard of and definitely not studied, not anymore anyway, is a real challenge. So in my book, while the bloodletting episode, or scene, I should say, can be shocking, I think the most shocking part for me is that the doctor knows and understands and listens, because that's the challenge in the real world today. So if you'd like to know more about my books, you can check out the link in my bio. It is Disability Pride Month, so there are some specials floating around, so go check them out.